The following is a presentation of 912 Sports. Welcome to On Air with 912 Sports, your number one source for high school sports. With Sean Smoke and Kevin Price. On Air with 912 Sports is brought to you by Coastal Pines Technical College. Go Coastal. Prime South Bank. Find your prime. Robbie Robertson Ford, because Fords are cheaper in the swamp. Gibson Animal Clinic, practical solutions with limited fees. Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery, the region's best orthopedic care. And Kim Smoke, licensed realtor with eXp Realty.
It makes sense Prime South Bank would have a great mobile app. Nobody is as mobile as our customers. For a century, they've chased dreams, followed their hearts, took the road less taken, made a new path, taken leaps of faith. At Prime South, offering the latest digital banking, secure pay apps, and new online lending is part of a mobile tradition that goes way back. Life is mobile. So is Prime South. Find your Prime. Member FDIC.
High schoolers, did you know that you can get a head start on your college career and save money at the same time through dual enrollment at Coastal Pines Technical College? Dual enrollment is open to high school juniors and seniors, tuition free. Talk to your high school counselor or visit coastalpines.edu for more information. Coastal Pines Technical College, an equal opportunity institution. Go Coastal.
You heard coaches say it before. High school football games are won during summer workouts. Hello, sports fans, and thanks for watching On Air with 912 Sports. I'm Sean Smoke, publisher of 912 Sports, and summer workouts are happening all over the 912 Sports coverage area. And both Kevin and I were able to catch up with a few 912 coaches this week to see how their teams are getting better for the 2024 season. Kevin was on St. Simon's Island for a 7-on-7 hosted by Coach Brandon Derrick and the Frederica Knights, while I was over at Ware County High School for a Gators 7-on-7 camp. So stick around. We've got some great video coverage and great coaches interviews coming up right after these messages. You're watching On Air with 912 Sports.
Play it loud and rev it up. Robbie Robertson's got trucks built for tough.
Make your way to Robbie Robertson Ford in Waycross, where the deals are bigger than ever. Looking for a stylish midsize car, a spacious SUV, or a truck that performs at work and play? Robbie Robertson wants your vehicle and is paying top dollar. Now is the time to buy. Fords are cheaper in the swamp.
At Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery, you don't have to be an athlete to get the region's best orthopedic care. Our board-certified orthopedic surgeons and physicians treat injuries and conditions that affect just about any joint or bone in your body. Plus, we're backed by the support of Southeast Georgia Health System. From fracture repair to joint replacement, Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery will get you moving again. Call 1-855-ASK-SGHS. That's 1-855-275-7447 or visit sghs.org/summit.
Coach Jason Strickland and the Ware County Gators kicked off their annual 7-on-7 camp this past week with 7 teams in attendance, several from the 912 Sports coverage area. Coach Rocky Hidalgo has made the playoffs every season since taking over the helm at Glenn Academy, and he likes his chances for that trend to continue here in 2024.
We're here with Coach Rocky Hidalgo for the Glenn Academy Red Terrors. Coach, you guys over here to 7-on-7 at Ware County. Talk a little bit about what you guys get out of these 7-on-7s.
You know, I think the biggest thing is coming in and watch our kids compete a little bit. Obviously, it's a learning experience. This first one we've done this summer. But just, trying to work on us a little bit. It's not so much about winning. I want to see our guys come out and compete against some different talent. And just seeing how much we can execute offensively and defensively.
Yeah, and Coach, you guys got a lot coming back this year. You hopefully get Greg Peacock back, who you lost last year to injury. Jaden Ellis, a strong player for you guys. Talk a little bit about some of the new guys that you're going to be looking at.
Yeah, I think I'm really excited about this football team. It's first time in 3 years. We got a lot of seniors who are playing, predominantly seniors playing, and juniors backing them up. I think if you look at our kids, we got a lot of seniors that are going to be program guys that we've invested 4 years and invested 4 years in our program. Guys like TJ Brunson, Gabe Balin, Benton Dial's a kid that started left at tackle for us, is back this year. Harrison Knight, Josh Baker. I believe he was the best center in the region last year as a sophomore. Is a great player for us. I think you're going to see some guys defensively be dynamic players. We lost a lot of all 4 linebackers last year. I think Tay Green and Quay McCullough, Richard Ward are going to do great things for us at outside linebacker. Smith Whitehead played a bunch for us inside linebacker. Jameer Williams and Zion Gervais inside, and DJ Stanley at safety. Those 4 guys or 3 guys at safety are going to be good players, and they're program guys. They've been with us 4 years and been busting their hump, and they're hungry for an opportunity.
GHSA did away with 7A. You guys come back to 5A, but region-wise, you guys are pretty much similar to what you played in the last couple of years.
Yeah, it's about the same. It just makes it a little tougher. I think it's consolidated teams. 5A's tough. I guess they're all tough nowadays, but 5A's tough out there. Got a lot of good football teams you're gonna have to fight through. Obviously, Brunswick, Effingham in our region. I think Evans is going to be really good in our region. Bradwell's a talented team coming back in, so it'll be tough. We got to go play well, take care of our business, focus on us, and we'll be okay.
All right, Coach. Well, you guys go get better, and we'll check out with you later on in the season.
Yes, sir. Go Terrors.
Thanks a lot.
First-year head coach Travis Rowland was being introduced to South Georgia football as he had his Camden Wildcats competing against great competition.
All right, we're here with Coach Travis Rowland, head coach of the Camden County Wildcats. Coach, you guys are over here at Ware County today doing a little 7-on-7.
Yes,
what are you guys trying to get from these 7-on-7s during the summer?
Man, it's just quality reps. You get to get them on film and it's teach tape. In the summer sometimes you don't have a lot of tape you can teach from, especially when we got some new schemes and things like that. So get a lot of reps to be able to come out here and be able to take back and then sit down in the film room and get some things done and be able to let the kids see how things will go within the scheme of how we're doing stuff.
Right. And, Coach, you are new at Camden County, taking over for this year. I guess everybody's learning really new offense and defense. Is that a lot of classroom stuff, or you try to do that on the field? Or?
It's a little bit of both. You got to try to find the time, right? We've got those, you have those basically 3-hour days where you're going weight room, some speed work, and on the field, and so you got to figure out ways to be creative with how you do it. We have some Zoom meetings. Some coaches are Zooming on the weekends. Some coaches are bringing them in earlier to have meeting time in the classroom. So you just got to figure out what works best for your group. But that's why we're here, though, to be able to get some things done and get some of the vernacular worked out.
We know about you got a returning quarterback. We know about you got one of the best tight ends in the country with Elias Williams. Talk about some of the other guys that maybe people hadn't heard of that you're going to be depending on this year.
Man, obviously, I think, our O-line is going to be tremendous for us. Tazio Rosso, Zachary Taylor, and Anthony Green Jr., those 3 guys are our seniors up front. They are nasty hog mollies up front that we're excited about to be able to run the football. Sometimes I think people see the coordinator change. We're no crazy. We know who to depend on. And, when you can depend on 3 seniors up front, you're in a great situation. So those 3 guys for sure. And then defensively, I think Wayne Austell is set to have a breakout year for us as a linebacker. We're excited about him. And then, Malachi Mowen is their all-region kid that's coming back on the defensive line. So we got some pieces that we're very, very excited about.
Okay. Well, Coach, you guys go get better, and we'll catch up with you later on in the year.
Yes, sir. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thanks a lot. Stick around, sports fans. We'll be right back after these messages. You're watching On Air with 912 Sports.
Gibson Animal Clinic is ready to help with your animals. From cats to dogs to horses, we treat them all. Call on us for grooming, bathing, boarding, and more serious things like surgery, dentistry, spay, neuter, immunizations, heartworm prevention, flea control, complete lab testing, radiology, preventive health care. Call us at 285-7678. Open Saturdays for your convenience. Gibson Animal Clinic. Practical solutions with reasonable fees. Russell J. Gibson, DVM.
Gibson Animal Clinic, 108 Riverside Drive, Waycross.
Hablamos español en nuestra clínica.
The Effingham Rebels were impressive during the camp with a new quarterback and an opportunistic defense. And Coach John Ford is excited about his third year at the helm.
Okay, sports fans, we're here with Coach John Ford, head coach of the Effingham Rebels. Coach, you guys are over here at Ware County, the 7-on-7 today. Talk a little bit about what you guys hope to get out of these 7-on-7s.
Grateful for Coach Strickland for hosting us, and there's a lot of great competition here. There's 6 really good teams that we're playing that are well coached. They play hard, they play the right way. There's no extra nonsense, just a lot of good football played. So a lot of good reps in our throws, a lot of good reps, coverage, communication, all the checks we got to make.
Yeah. Well, Coach, you guys, Nate Hayes graduated. Of course, he was your starting quarterback last year, but it looks like the guy you got stepping in his place is spinning the ball well for you.
Tucker Perkins is having a good day. He's had a good offseason. He's a hard worker. He's a great young man, and we're proud to have him. We got a good competition there going with Kaiser Loach and Chris Sweeney too, and so I'm just going to keep battling throughout the rest of the year and see what happens in August.
Coach, coming off a region championship, regions got changed up a little bit. You guys dropped back to 5.
Same region. We got Statesboro and Bradwell. We lose Grovetown, but get Greenbrier, so we still got 3 trips to Augusta. Hey, it's going to be a tough region. Ain't no easy outs. Everybody knows what they're doing. Everybody's school cares about football. Everybody's got good players, good coaches. So we're going to have to be prepared every Friday night to have a chance.
Well, you're at 7-on-7 today. What's on the rest of the schedule for the rest of the summer?
We've got some more 7-on-7s for the next week and a half. Then we transition to some OTA stuff, and then dead week like everybody else. And July's 3 weeks. We got OTA in July, and then it'll be acclimation week, and the season will be here before we know it.
Well, Coach, you guys go get better, and we'll check in with you down the road.
Thank you. God bless.
Thanks a lot.
Coach Jason Strickland and the Ware County Gators are just 1 year removed from a state championship. They have a good mix of starters returning, and expectations are high, even with a brutal schedule in arguably the toughest region in 4A.
All right, sports fans, we're here with Coach Jason Strickland, head coach of the Ware County Gators. Gators have hosted a big 7-on-7 tournament. Talk a little bit about these 7-on-7s.
Well, it's number one, it's a chance to kind of break up monotony a little bit. But our guys, get an opportunity to compete, and the quality of folks we got here today. Number one, we always want to bring folks in that want to work and understand that we're not winning a state championship today. They're going to coach kids right, coach kids hard, hold them accountable, but they're also coaching really good technique that we've got to execute against. And we've got some of the best folks in the state here, I think, with Coach Hidalgo, Coach Littleton, Coach Pruitt, Coach John Ford, Travis Rowland coming up from Camden. So it's been a lot of fun, but we got a lot of work too.
Yeah, and Coach, I mean, you guys got to replace some players, but you got some guys coming back. Luke Hooks at quarterback, R.J. Board at running back, Cole Cox at receiver. But talk about a little bit some of the new guys that you're going to be depending on this year.
Well, I think obviously a name that folks need to get used to hearing, I think, is Jelandi O'Hara. He's going to be really, really big for us. We feel like from an offensive standpoint, Ian Watson and Tayshawn Franklin are going to be really huge for us in what we're doing offensively. We really hadn't had what we felt like were tight end bodies really since we've been here. And those guys kind of fit that role for us. So we're transitioning a little bit of what we're doing offensively. But, man, having Luke back, those guys, those 4 sophomores that got a ton of reps up front on the offensive line for us last year are now juniors. They've had a great all season. I'm excited about seeing those guys in pads. Defensively, obviously, we lost Coach Winston. Coach Ross Couch now is our defensive coordinator, and he's making kind of a wholesale change defensively. So we're excited about what's going to take place back there. We're still working out some kinks, but right now they're playing fast, and that's something we want to see more of.
But you got a 7-on-7 today, but talk a little bit about what's on the schedule for the rest of the summer for the Gators.
Next week we go over to Brunswick for a padded OTA. Great competition there. It's going to be us and Brunswick, Thomas County Central, and then Effingham is going to be there for that. Or excuse me, Richmond Hill is going to be there for that. So that'll be very, very physical. It'll be a chance for us to get in the pads and you'll see some of the things we were able to work on in the spring. Obviously now competing against some of the best talent in the state. Man, we get back July, Sean, and we're 2 weeks. And we got acclimation. It's right here. So, we got another week. We really got to get better here in June, enjoy the 4th, and then all of a sudden, buddy, we're getting ready for real live football.
It's go time, as they say.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you having this thing. I appreciate you letting us come out and talk to the coaches and everything. You guys go get better the rest of the summer, and we'll catch up with you in the season.
Appreciate you, Sean. Thank you, buddy.
Yes, sir.
It was a great day of competition and an opportunity for each coach, team, and individual player to get better. There'll be several more 7-on-7 and OTA camps coming up over the next 2 months, and 912 Sports will be covering as many events as possible. So stay tuned for more summer football. We've got more On Air with 912 Sports coming up right after these messages.
Play it loud and rev it up. Robbie Robertson's got trucks built for tough.
Make your way to Robbie Robertson Ford in Waycross, where the deals are bigger than ever. Looking for a stylish midsize car, a spacious SUV, or a truck that performs at work and play? Robbie Robertson wants your vehicle and is paying top dollar. Now is the time to buy. Fords are cheaper in the swamp.
At Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery, you don't have to be an athlete to get the region's best orthopedic care. Our board-certified orthopedic surgeons and physicians treat injuries and conditions that affect just about any joint or bone in your body. Plus, we're backed by the support of Southeast Georgia Health System. From fracture repair to joint replacement, Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery will get you moving again. Call 1-855-ASK-SGHS. That's 1-855-275-7447 or visit sghs.org/summit.
Hello everybody, I'm Kevin Price for On Air with 912 Sports. I'm out at Frederica Academy on St. Simon's Island where the Knights are hosting a 7-on-7 competition. I'm about to go inside the camp. We'll take a look at some of the action taking place on the football field behind me. We'll also talk to a couple of our area coaches. So let's go on inside the camp, take a look at the action, and get some of those interviews. The 7-on-7 competition hosted by the Knights took place on their football field where they play their games on Friday nights in the fall. 5 teams took part, including 2 of our Southeast Georgia coverage area teams, those being, of course, Frederica Academy and also the Brantley County Herons who came over from Nahunta. The Herons were the only Georgia High School Association member school participating. The others all compete in the Georgia Independent Athletic Association along with Frederica. Those were Valwood Academy, St. Andrew's School, and Bethesda Academy. The teams competed in a round-robin format in the morning session. The teams alternated on offense and defense, changing possession of the ball following a score, turnover, or turnover on downs. This was the 3rd week of summer workouts around the state for most GHSA schools, which were required by state rule to have an off week the week of Memorial Day. Most teams will have workouts again next week to round out June before another mandatory dead week put in place by the state, which is built around the 4th of July holiday. Following Tuesday's morning session, I talked with Frederica's veteran head coach Brandon Derrick about hosting the 7-on-7 competition and also his own football team. Here's that interview. All right, Coach Derrick, we're here kind of in the middle of June. You're hosting the 7-on-7 competition at your school. Kind of talk about that, first of all. Sometimes it's easier just to go somewhere else and coach your football team. You're getting ready to serve everybody lunch before y'all go into the afternoon session. Kind of got to take care of everybody when you host something like this too. So talk about hosting versus going away and just coaching your own team.
Honestly, I like this being right here. I don't have to travel. It puts in a little work. We get up a little early, we cook a little bit, and we get it set up. But it's a good atmosphere. It's been good. It's relaxed. Everybody's just trying to get better reps right now. And so just coming here, you go to some of those places like Georgia Southern, and you go to places like you travel to Florida State, Florida, and all those. It's chaos at times. You're sprinting from field to field, and we've got small numbers. Being out here right now, I think we got about 12 kids out here, and so for us, it's us being able to just switch fields and running pretty smooth. Actually, we're right on schedule and had great weather. We got wonderful breeze and the sun, and it's been a good day for us.
Kind of talk about maybe what you're just looking to accomplish today. I mean, I think this is your first competition against outside folks other than yourselves this summer. Probably maybe the same case for the other teams you got here. Kind of what are you looking to get done as a team?
We're just trying to run the offense. We haven't had enough here to actually practice against each other at times in the summer, just because of the minimal amount of guys we got, and then everybody, with baseball, football, and got basketball going on too, and everybody's on vacation. So just getting here and get work and get some of the people is really helping us out, just helping our guys get reps. We just got to get good reps. And, there's times we look pretty good, and there's times we just don't look good at all. But, that's what you live and learn. Been doing it for 26 years. You're not going, this here don't count. It just helps you get a little bit better.
Talk about that a little bit, Coach. I mean, you see some of these things, 7-on-7s throughout the summer. You'll see a team go 26-6. They host 2 first-place trophies. And then, come November, they're 5-5, might not even make the playoffs. This really isn't real football, but it is kind of what it is. When you do these things, maybe at the end of today's session, or if you do 2 or 3 of these in the summer, how do you kind of put it in perspective and see what you want to see?
And you just kind of evaluate your skill kids, because honestly, football is won in the trenches. Anybody that's been there knows the teams that make the late runs into the playoffs and go to the state championships, they're probably pretty good at running the football and controlling the clock and beating people up, physically up front. So here, it's really just get reps and see if you can run routes and do things and get your timing with quarterbacks and receivers. And going to be a little bit different when that 6'5" defensive tackle's coming through there looking to kill your quarterback. So he's got to be, right now he gets to stand back there and try to read it, but in the game there's going to be bullets being fired and everybody's going to be going crazy. So the chaos, you got to find that guy that's going to stand in there and can deliver the ball when all the chaos is going on. And 7-on-7 doesn't really create that chaos. But it does help your kids get some reps skill-wise.
Coach, talk about maybe what the rest of the summer will look like for the Knights. I know we'll have 4th of July coming up for GHSA teams. They do have a dead week around that holiday, but what's the rest of the summer look like for you guys?
Well, we're going to Glenn next week to do the Thud. We're probably going to get off on one bus. We may have only 14, but who knows? We're going to go over there and try to get some reps and uppers. And then, like I said, we're going to take that dead week off too. 4th of July, always take that week off, give everybody a chance to get away and then come back. And then it's pretty much full swing, because then you go into acclimation period on the 22nd. So we're going to try to take those 2 weeks right before that and get our guys repped up and get everybody in here and just kind of get reps against each other and get prepared. So we got a lot of work to do, but we got a young group, we got a lot of sophomores, got a lot of freshmen. We've got a ton of work to get in. It's going to be very interesting to see. In 26 years, I'm a little bit at a loss right now with where we're at, who we are, and what's our identity. Last 3 or 4 years, we've known what we were going to do with Jordan. Now it's what life after Jordan, and we got to have some sophomores step up and play. And you usually go, okay, we got to have a lot of seniors, but we got 4 seniors and 3 juniors, and I've got 20 freshmen and sophomores. So we got to get those guys ready, and they got to play.
And of course, Coach, we'll have the 912 Sports Media Day at the end of July. You woke up and kind of cooked hamburgers and hot dogs for this thing. When do you start working on your little speech for Media Day? Just that morning? I know you usually kind of shoot from the hip.
Yeah, I just shoot from the hip. I guess, what is that, 26 years now? I jot a few things down and look at it as I'm driving over there with the guys, and then kind of talk about that a little bit. But that's the Media Day thing. It's a good time. It does a really good job getting our kids out there, and hopefully, I think this area 912 is pretty successful when it comes to football.
All right, Coach, we appreciate it. We'll let you get back down to business.
All right, thank you.
It makes sense Prime South Bank would have a great mobile app. Nobody is as mobile as our customers. For a century, they've chased dreams, followed their hearts, took the road less taken, made a new path, taken leaps of faith. At Prime South, offering the latest digital banking, secure pay apps, and new online lending is part of a mobile tradition that goes way back. Life is mobile. So is Prime South. Find your Prime. Member FDIC.
High schoolers, did you know that you can get a head start on your college career and save money at the same time through dual enrollment at Coastal Pines Technical College? Dual enrollment is open to high school juniors and seniors, tuition free. Talk to your high school counselor or visit coastalpines.edu for more information. Coastal Pines Technical College, an equal opportunity institution. Go Coastal.
Also, when his team got done with the morning round robin, I called up with new Brantley County head coach David Shores, who previously was the special teams coordinator and also a defensive assistant at Brunswick High. The last time we talked to Coach Shores was soon after he was hired by the Herons, which was also before he took the team through spring practice. As we chatted, Coach Shores actually told me the spring went well in Caney Bay, and the Herons actually spent a lot of time on both sides of the ball in spring drills, concentrating on the running game and building their lines of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. He knew they would have plenty of time in the summer in June and July to work on the passing game. That, of course, is throwing the ball with the skill kids on offense and working on their defensive coverages with their linebackers and their secondary when playing defense in these 7-on-7 competitions. Now, in addition to competing at Frederica, the Herons were going to do some more throwing before the end of the week back on campus against Pierce County, another Southeast Georgia team. And of course, in July, they'll be back on the practice field, continuing to work toward the 2024 season and preseason practice. So things are busy with Coach Shores in Caney Bay, just like everyone else in Southeast Georgia. For On Air with 912 Sports, this has been Kevin Price reporting.
Gibson Animal Clinic is ready to help with your animals. From cats to dogs to horses, we treat them all. Calling us for grooming, bathing, boarding, and more serious things like surgery, dentistry, spay, neuter, immunizations, heartworm prevention, flea control, complete lab testing, radiology, preventive health care. Call us at 285-7678. Open Saturdays for your convenience. Gibson Animal Clinic. Practical solutions with reasonable fees. Russell J. Gibson, DVM.
Gibson Animal Clinic, 108 Riverside Drive, Waycross.
Hablamos español en nuestra clínica.
This has been a presentation of 912 Sports.